Hello. Come on in. We've just finished. This is our galley, our kitchen, obviously. Everything has its place. We've just made a cup of tea, pot of tea, and we're just getting organized with our fancy dancy hooks, saving up some money for plane tickets, and storing all of our things away. Our Živa designed shoe box below, the surfboard box, and our dining table, new addition, at the proper height for dining. This locks in. Our refrigerator. To fit all of our lovely foods. And our mirror to see ourselves in the morning. Cosmetics cabinet. One which not many people think of, but everybody needs. And a working desk set up at a height to which everybody enjoys to work at, either standing or sitting. Higher up than a dinner table, of course. Welcome to the studio, where all the recording magic happens. Here we are, full use of our pull-out table and our computer drawer, packed full of all of the essentials. As well as get out of the studio, and here we have one of our many pantries. All of our canned food storage is here to store all of our chickpeas for our hummus. A pizza. Essential banana storage. And everything locked nice and tight for driving. Very, very important. All of our kitchen cabinetry is maximized for every single item. This empty space you see takes our dish soap perfectly. For all the tall but skinny items, a long table drawer. For all the rather bulky items and everything in between, a wider drawer. A green bin hole conveniently atop the bench, extra cutting board space, and cooking condiments below. steel and the knifeware above it on a handy second tier.
Where did you buy the handles?
These were handcrafted from recycled copper, along with all of our other copper finishings, door sills and splashbacks on the sink. All of our LPG fittings here with our gas bottle sitting front and center and a safety device going off to our stovetop and our hot water device. Let me just clean this out of the way. Our handy dandy drying rack fits neatly under the kitchen. Here's our hot tap with magnetic shower, so we can go ahead and have a nice hot shower wherever we like. All the space in our van needed to be used and usable, so there's no corners left unused. The space behind the passenger seat here is where our vacuum lives, as well as other plumbing pieces. The space behind the driver's seat is used for our extra water storage and plumbing pipes. For nighttime, we have a sleep divider here between the cab and the living compartment. And for all of our extra needs, we have our cookware, which all comes out on these rather handy sliding drawers where everything has its place, except for this. Excellent. This is quite obviously a sleeping area, but maybe not so obviously also our wardrobe, where again the smart choices had to be made to store the trickier objects in places in which they can be reached. So we have more accessibility through here if it's raining, but they are also accessible from outside. All the longer things hanging there, and the guitar finding its nice and neat place above. We have a fan in the ceiling and fairy lights as a night light beside. In our nook, we have a laundry hatch to the great beyond laundry basket. And if we're watching a particularly emotional movie, we use lots of tissues. There's a special hatch here for another rubbish bin. No space is left unused. Up to the garage. Here we have all of our things that we need that we might not need all that often, or the things that are just too bulky to have in the general living area. The surfboard that we saw coming into the living room, all the way down there. Our handy wardrobe space, also accessible through this door. Fruit storage, water storage, and all manner of everything else. Here's where all of our electricity lives. This is our 12 volt DC fuse box and our non-existent house power 230 volt fuse box that we need an engineer to put in. What are they called? Electrician. Here's our inverter. That's what we charge our computers on at the moment, and our battery. Good evening. You caught us at dinner time. We just cooked our meal in here, and you can see our lights working the way they're meant to. We've got a dimmer switch so we can drop it low, bring it up. Plenty of light, 4 individual sources above the kitchen. Very important to have nice bright lights at the kitchen. 1 here in the center and 1 over the bed. Just 1 is enough. So we found. Here we forgot during daylight to show you is our charge controller with our isolation switch, so we can completely turn off down there, that red thing, turn off our solar panels so that they aren't connected to the rest of our system. Charge controller that takes our power from the panels and puts it in the battery, and so we can spend our nights illuminated. Thanks for joining us in the van. Hope you see everything, and message any questions. Have a nice day.